Hello, this is the TradeSite U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, the 10th of December 2020. Friday the 11th, as usual, we don't typically do market previews for Friday. I don't think this week will be any different. We had Monday was dead, Tuesday was dead, Wednesday was dead early, and then finally the markets fell apart late, but it was kind of our second half of the day. So we'll look at all that in a minute. It's still a blip on the map, right? Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart, the broad market and futures forum. As you can see, nothing here. Let's go through the major daily charts. Crude oil up 30 cents to 45.82, also dead flat recently. Gold up $5.40. That's a blip there. S&P cash loses 29.43. The index down. Now here's the big one, down 271. That one actually looks like something, although we've seen these days before and nothing ever happens. We'll see. Stocks down 81 points. Biotech's down 83. The Russell 2000 loses 15 points. The VIX up 1.59, but still sitting down those low 20s. I mean, let's not fool ourselves. We're nowhere yet. The trend closes at 1.05, puts the 10-day moving average at 1.10, which is not a signal. The Nasdaq volume 5.1 billion shares. Back up a little bit. Advanced decline ratio on the Nasdaq was negative 1,058. So more stocks way down than up on the Nasdaq. But here's the thing. On the New York, plus 39. More stocks up than down. So you got the S&P down 29 and the Nasdaq down 271, but the S&P had more stocks up than down. Kind of weird. We haven't seen stuff like that for a while. Google loses 33.47. Apple down $2. And 60 cents. Netflix down 19.06. Amazon down 73.09. Tesla down 45.40. Remember, it added to the S&P, and now somebody put the price target at 90 on this stock today, saying now that it's in the S&P, you should not own it. That's interesting. Facebook down $5.48. Zoom loses 26.64. There's a mess under 350 on Zoom, by the way. This is some of the easiest money ever if it breaks that level. Goldman Sachs gains, actually, $3.98. New highs for the last multi-months on that. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 52 cents. The Dow was only down 105. Who cares? The put-call ratio is still at 0.58. If you look at the intraday action on the 5-minute chart of ES, remember, so here you can go back here. Now you can see this is last Friday on the far left, right? And then Monday flat, and then Tuesday whatever, and then Wednesday we gap up a little bit and filled the gap, and we're still sitting there about an hour and a half in, and then dead flat, and then lunch hits, and then boom, they sell this thing off. And it's funny, the action's in lunch completely. If you look at it, starts at noon, ends at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and then we go flat again. Very strange to see that, but it is what it is. When you look at the Nasdaq side, not much different. The action was over lunch, so. What are you going to do? In terms of the forex side, there's not much there. In terms of economic data left for the week ahead here in the U.S., we've got the CPI and the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims numbers at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday. Natty gas at 10:30, 30-year bond auction at 1, federal budget balance at 2. On Friday, we got the PPI at 8:30 and preliminary University of Michigan sentiment at 10. Charts as usual brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. And TradeSite 4.0 is still coming soon. Been working on it a lot. Have a great trading session.